So once upon a time, I heard this thing where Bruce Lee was like, be like water. And to me, I felt like that meant take shape and be very strategic on how you operate and just with the flow of life. So, you know, water flows, and it just reminded me that, like, that's how my discipline should be. And, you know, biblically speaking, it says a man without self-control is like a city with torn down walls. Because, like, you ain't got no self-control, discipline, all ties together. And I think that's very important to know. How do you stay humble but confident? I say, knowing you can do it without having to show everybody. That's confidence. And then the be humble part is allowing God to uplift you and not human praise. I read a book called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and he has this thing where he has a cookie jar, and all the things that he overcome as a man, he placed it inside a cookie jar. And then what I'll do, I'll reach into that cookie jar and open it up and read the little note card, and it'll show me how to pull that feel back from my past. It's not going back into the past, but it's using that feel to get back to who you was. So that's always like a motivation, but discipline outlasts motivation any time of the day. Procrastination, you need to fix that immediately. It's like a spirit that swallows you up to take you away from everything that's meant for you. And time management, being able to utilize time. It's 24 hours in a day. I say you set your clock to military time, because it allows you to know how many of the hours have gone past in a day. So if you see your timer says 14:36, you allow 14 hours. Yeah, we know it's 2 o'clock, but you have allowed 14 hours to go by the day. Utilize your time correctly. The ability to master your emotions is like one of the hardest things. Like, you have to master your emotions. You have to psych yourself out. That's what they normally say. You have to psych yourself out. It's almost like having an alter ego. Like, that's something people don't see behind the grind. You gotta have an alter ego. You just gotta have something that's not yourself. Because you gotta know, people are like, oh, you gotta have balance. Well, that's my balance. You gotta be able to psych yourself out and just know that when you work, and it's like a delusional state. And people don't understand that, so that's something that a lot of people miss when you in your grind. What does success look like for you and not them? Success for me is being able to provide, protect, and uplift. And when it's all said and done, when I do those 3 things, it all means nothing. Like it was just a favor. And that's what success looks like to me. Being able to reach into my pockets and give generously without looking to receive a favor or receive payback for what I've done. Just being able to move and operate like a big tree and provide to my roots, my mama. So the thing you have to sacrifice to get, what for me, where specifically, the things I had to sacrifice to get here was it's everything really. If you want to get to a certain place, you got to give things up. And how I look at it is 5 years of discipline equals eternity with freedom. You feel me? And sometimes it ain't even got to be 5 years. It just depends on how deep you are or how your situation can be. You know, different times for different people. But like I say, more importantly, it's more of a discipline thing. So it's like just consistency is key when it comes to like sacrificing, you know, relationships, sleep, because you know it ain't forever. So relationships, sleep, time alone. Time alone is a big one, because peace is what allows that clarity, so you can be able to have prayer time and be able to move and operate and allow God to reveal your path to you. And it's just about having faith overall. What lie are you telling yourself right now? I'm the fastest man in Texas, and no matter what I do, they can't catch me. What is on? the field or whether it's in the business, I gotta remember I was the fastest man and I am the fastest man in Texas. And I gotta stay ahead of the game at all times. Yeah. So the things that separate a college athlete from everybody else is, I say it's the mental part, the mental aspect of games, the mindset, the complexity. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. I recommend everybody to at least try a sport. But what separates the people from the sports is just mainly like just the mind part. You just being able to operate under pressure, to process differently than a person who works in the office. So I say processing everything. And if you can be able to handle, life is about operating under pressure, and it's also about perspective. So it's how you look at it. Some people do things differently, but it's about just being able to work, to take that drive, that ambition and dedication from an athlete into transferring it over. So I think that's a big thing between the separation between athletes and a normal person.